What is going on, guys? It's another weekend here. It's another great weekend. Right now it's a little bit chilly, but it's supposed to get really warm today. It's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow, like in the 80s, which is kind of nuts because it's like March 3rd or something. It's the beginning of March. It shouldn't be this warm, but I guess that's what I get when I move to a place like Texas. Anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to put this dang motor in here. I'm sick of putting it off. We're going to do it. Here she is. She's right there. Car's right there. She's ready to go in, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. I'm waiting for Tate to get here. Tate's going to roll up. He's going to help me put this thing in just because I probably could do it by myself, but I'm not. I'm not going to risk it, so why try? So anyways, waiting for Tate to roll up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this motor in. It's getting the motor in that shouldn't really be the hard part. It's just making sure that everything's good and that the clutch actually wasn't the problem anyways. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get it in. I think I do have to replace the CV axle because I kind of screwed it up when I had the whole rear motor mount undone and the transmission cocked forward. So we're going to have to replace that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and we'll try this and I will give you guys an update when we get one. We're back. It is nighttime. I'm going to be honest, I didn't film any of this, and that is only because the motor was being a pain in the butt. I'm talking just, I almost gave up a couple of times. Like, it was so much. And I don't even know what it was. All I know is we kept trying all kinds of different things, and it wasn't freaking going in. We pulled it back out because the damn thing just wouldn't go in, and we figured I guess the clutch fork was just like ever so slightly off. So we went to go put it back in, and then it still wasn't lining up. But it's in there. The motor is back in. Slow Rolla has got a motor, doesn't have a battery. I mean, I have a battery, I just don't have it in. I also don't have the exhaust in, the radiator. You know, I got to fill it with coolant. Got to put the alternator back on. Got to put the strut bar back on. Got to button up a couple of things, but it's dark. Tate needed to get going home because he's on a motorcycle and it's going to be cold as hell riding on the highway. So I'm just going to turn lights off and get going inside. I'm tired. We're going to go back out here tomorrow. We're going to start doing this again. Still got to replace the CV axle on the driver's side because that one just completely fell apart, even though it's a brand new one. So I'm kind of pissed. I'm going to go warranty that out. CV axle, exhaust, coolant. I mean, everything's connected. I guess technically if I threw a battery in there, I could start it. I'm just not going to because that just doesn't sound smart to me at all. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to end that off for today. We'll be back in here tomorrow, and I'm going to try to remember to hyperlapse everything. You guys can see. And I had my other camera set up, but I just didn't, we just kind of got to go into it, and I forgot to click the button. But I'm glad because it literally took us all day. So that would have been a really long hyperlapse, and it would have consisted of a lot of me and Tate just sitting there being like, oh. We sat around for like an hour just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Tomorrow we're going to hyperlapse, putting everything back together and buttoning it up. Hopefully we get it going. So hopefully I can drive this thing to work tomorrow. But I don't know. There's a few more things. I want to make sure everything is good so that I don't run into this problem again. Maybe I'll wait until this whole week and I'll just keep making sure everything is good. But I'm really hoping that we can get everything going so that I can drive this to work on Monday because I want my car back and also kind of need my car back. That's going to be it for today. We're going to go ahead and play a couple of video games, and then I'll see you guys right about now. What is going on, guys? We're back. It is the next day. It's Sunday. I've got some things to do around the property. Do something for the goats and for the dogs, and I'll show you guys that here in a bit. But until then, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start working on the car. So I think I'm going to clean up around here a little bit, at least get the engine hoist out of the way because it's kind of like really in the way right now, and then jack the car up, and we're going to start with the CV axle because I want to try to get that done so that I can take the old one back and warranty it, and then when I go into town to do that, I'm going to go ahead and take the battery out of the Camry and throw it on the charger at work because it's been sitting in the Camry for over a month not doing anything, so it's definitely dead. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to do that. And then I'll probably have to start on that thing with the goats. After that, it's just putting the exhaust manifold on and putting the alternator on, throwing some coolant in it, and then going for a test drive. And fingers crossed, it's going to be all right. We're going to have to see. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and clean up a few things around here. Then we're going to get this thing jacked up, and we're going to start taking that CV axle out. All right, so here she is. Here's a better view. It just completely came out of the joint. The boot tore. I mean, this part is fine. This part's not so fine. And actually, let me see if I can show you guys. There's the old boot and the old part. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take this bad boy into town, warranty it out, grab the new one, slap the new one in there. That part won't be as fast as this because now I have to actually take the knuckle off. This one, because it was already broken, I just undid the bolt and slipped it right out of there. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring this in, get the new one coming. And like I said, while we're in town there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to slap the battery on the charger so that we can actually start this thing later. So let me go ahead and bring this stuff in town and get all that, and I'll catch you guys back when we get back in here. Okay guys, so basically this episode is a little bit short, and I think we'll call that to make up for the really long one that I had last week. But this one is cut short because basically we got the motor in and I started to work on the CV axle and it was just an absolute pain. We did go ahead and build an enclosure for our goats and our dogs. So that's what took up basically all of my Sunday. And by the time I got done, I was just so tired I couldn't get that CV axle out. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode off here because it's Thursday and I need to start editing like 3 days ago. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe. Share it with your friends if you think they'll enjoy it. And even if you don't think they'll enjoy it, share it anyways, because we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of summer. I think I remembered that this time, but we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers nonetheless. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start editing this, and I'll see you guys this next weekend. We will get that CV axle changed, and I might have something else in store for you. We're just gonna see how the water flows down the river. Anyways, thanks guys.